Good morning. This is Spirit Journey. Today is Saturday, November 12th, 2016, and it is about 7:30 a.m. in the morning. And I'm looking outside, and it looks like it's going to be a really clear day. Um, yes, and this is Lily here. Yeah, we're just getting up, and when I was still in bed, I was just thinking, just going over things that I saw in the recent weeks. As you know, the election, the presidential election, has been set, and now you have the riots happening. We have riots in New York City, and I filmed on the 9th in the afternoon, November 9th, the Trump headquarters that was on 57th Street and 5th Avenue. And outside of that area, things were very, very quiet in the city. But I watched the media yesterday afternoon, and there I discovered was mass riots and protests throughout the country. And I said to myself, wow. This one particular video that I saw regarding the protests and riots, I noticed it was interesting. I noticed individuals that had like masks, something covering their whole face, and they had hats on, long sleeves, and they had this one person. It was a man, and he was sound angry and was very in an excited state. And then you had someone who wanted to interview him. And the camera, I think he had a smartphone, and he had the camera, and because he had the mask, so the only thing you could see his eyes. And he didn't want to be filmed, but he seemed to be like a major player in this particular rally in New York City. And then he takes out his smartphone and had the light, like a flashlight thing, and then he shine it in his face in opposition. Now, what I thought was interesting there, now he had an opportunity to speak. Now I want to know what people are thinking, and why they think what they think, and what is your aim? What do you want? Who do you represent? He had that opportunity to speak, but he didn't. But you can feel anger, and it was just raw anger that he had. And I started to question about him and some of the other people in the same rally. I noticed what they had in common. They wore all black, and they all covered their face, and they had a bugle horn speaking. And I said, okay, I want to find out what they believe in. I want to hear what is their issue. And when they didn't have anything to say. They really didn't. At one point, they seemed to have the crowd's backing. And I thought at that point, okay, this would be a great opportunity. Now you got their attention to speak your cause. And I saw they didn't have a cause. And I said, well, if you really want people to hear what you have to say, wouldn't they be able to hear you better without the thing covering your whole face? You gotta see their face. It's like people who wear dark sunglasses, And if it's not a sunny day or something like that, If it's in a neutral environment, why the sunglasses? Yes, sometimes people could have medical problems, but I sense that sometimes it goes beyond that. It's not about eye sensitivity. I feel anyone who has something to say, they should say it without sunglasses and without a mask on. It makes me feel that you're hiding something. And I felt that their claim for wanting to protest or riot, that it has no more validity. And I sense, and I'm just going to say it, what I sensed in this rally was that you had someone who wanted to cause chaos and division. Not that they had an issue regarding the presidential election. I felt that it went beyond who was the president-elect, and that they had an inner agenda. I'm just saying, be careful out there, because right now everybody's sensitive. Everybody, it was a rough year, I think, for everybody, especially with regard to the presidential election. At least it was stressful for me. So I'm just assuming it was stressful for you. But in these times, the signs of the time is telling me that you have people who want other people to get very excited because they want to direct your emotions, and they want to direct your emotions to something not beneficial to you. I feel that those individuals that I was watching, what they were wearing, the all black, and then the mask and everything, they didn't want you to know who they were. Be careful of people who are in disguise, who hide behind masks, who wear the all black. I've worn all black before. That's not the issue. Even if it's all red or all white. But I sense vibrationally that they were hiding. They were hiding what they were really about and relying on the emotions of the people out there who felt angry and upset about the presidential outcome. And you have every right to protest if you don't like something. You think someone is a racist or a sexist? Speak. Be specific and have your aim. But I felt those two specific individuals at this particular rally, protest, demonstration, whatever what you want to call it, were there to deceive you. I feel that you have people, I feel that these individuals were socialists or communists in nature. Some of them even did have the red flag with the crescent movement and the hammer. And if that's your agenda, then say that's your agenda. But why? Well, I sense that they want to overthrow the country. And that I don't want. This country has a lot of flaws, a lot of evil history, but I don't want it to be toppled over and then another criminal element to come in. I don't want socialism or communism. I don't want that. I've met people from communist countries, and it's not glamorous. Do I want reform? Yes, I want things changed. I want a safe society. I don't want any drugs in my communities. But we have to be careful about what people are trying to get you to do. Lastly, how I feel about some of the people in these rallies that's happening all over the United States. You have, you ever see the movie The Wizard of Oz? That person that was behind the curtain? I feel some of these people in these rallies are those people. And they're directing Dorothy's and the Tin Man and all these other people and directing them to do things, go on a tangent. They want you to go in a tangent. This whole presidential thing was to get us on a tangent. And they're zapping your energies. That's their other agenda. You have things out there that want to tap into your energies, and then you're left depleted. Don't fall in the trap. Don't. The holidays are approaching, like what we call Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, etc., and New Year's. It's coming up. And there are going to be people in situations out there that's going to try to tap into this energy, that's going to try to unsettle you and have you do things that you wouldn't ordinarily do. Start taking deep breaths out there. Try to stay calm. Pray, meditate, talk to your friends so you don't fall in the trap of doing violence, because they want to try to overthrow this current system and issue in martial law, and that's going to really control you. And I think that's their ultimate aim. Don't fall in the trap. So I'm going to end this video, and I might do another video right after this one. So please really think carefully about what's going on in your circle and ask yourself, why is this happening? And keep asking yourself that so you can come to your own answers and conclusion. Stay safe, be safe, and love one another. Please feel free to comment below and to share this video with friends, family members, and you can subscribe if you like to Spirit Journey and to give me the thumbs up. Okay, guys? Take care. Peace and joy to you. Bye-bye.